unconfirmed reports of an accident at Southland Park.
I can't find my boy!
Hundreds of family members gathered outside the deserted park today to commemorate the second anniversary of the Southland Park tragedy.
Pending a full investigation of the park's safety
Authorities report at least 30 deaths and close to 100
5
injuries.
years since the tragedy closed the gates of Southland Park, but new evidence
He's claiming malicious prosecution and believes he'll be vindicated at
every
last.
penny of his
The
fortune
so-called
defending
Legal
himself
Eagles
from these
Dream
lawsuits.
Team, defending Southland Park owner Joseph.
There were people flying everywhere. Body parts.
And the victims' families have vowed to appeal the decision.
Not guilty.
Cleared of all charges.
Come, a cup of tea, hon? Sitting in the dark won't bring him back, sweetheart.
I would like to place an order.
Welcome to the States, 47. This should be a straightforward operation. We need you to penetrate an abandoned amusement park, locate the owner, and take him out. The target is a Joseph Clarence, also known as Swing King. An accident involving one of the rides at the park a few years back forced him to close it down. Our client has made a special request that the photograph you have in your possession be the last thing the target sees. Mr. Clarence has somehow become involved with a narcotics distribution ring, so the park may still have some amusements. Enjoy the ride, 47.
What the fuck you looking at, Kraken?
I'm here to see Joseph Clarence.
Never heard of him.
Mr. Swing King?
Oh, that sorry-ass dickhead. What the fuck they call you?
Names of our friends, so I don't need one.
Don't you know shit, nigga? Hey, what the fuck was that? Let's dig it out. Hold up! Hey! Stop that son bitch! God, your heart, motherfucker.
Yeah, sure. What?
Help! Help me! Help! Help me! Help! Help me! Help! Help me!
Check. Hey!
We get paid for this gig.
Fuck happened here?
Gotta check you, white bread. Alright, you cool.
I can get the money, sweetie. It's as good as mine already. Mr. Spook's got it. We'll open the park. It'll be like old times. No, just a few more days. You gotta believe me. Don't say that, sunshine. Mr. Spook's gonna come through, baby. He's good for the money. I won't sign the papers. I won't. You gotta give me one more chance. You gotta. Baby cakes? Sunshine? Hello?
I don't want to die, man. Don't kill me.
It's been a while now, Scoop, and I was just wondering where we were on the whole money thing.
Were you?
Yeah, see, the thing is, if you remember, you know, what we agreed to was it'd just be a short while and you'd pay in cash, and I know what the pressure was you were under must be, but the deal is a deal, and I was hoping, you know, maybe you could just pay what we agreed on, even though you've been here for, heck, more than twice as long as we agreed to. But just pay the original amount and move on. Not right away necessarily, but, you know, I'd appreciate it.
No.
Oh.
Underneath all that?
Very, very little.
Oh, yeah. Fine-looking bitch like you don't need no fancy wrapping, do she?
Depends who's unwrapping me.
God damn, girl. I'd have your fine ass unwrapped before you could say, who's that handsome stud untie my ribbon?
I bet you could. Oops. That's
It's Uncle Joe. Better get back to your post.
Anybody bring any papers today, Caroline?
No, Uncle Joe.
You sure? You haven't been fighting with that bum out there all day, have you?
I swear to God, Uncle Joe, no one's come by at all. Except Dell. And he's not a bum.
Sure he's not. Thanks, Caroline. That's all.
Are you all right?
Yeah, fine. Go on. That's not true. You know... Please. You can't. Who the hell are you? How'd you get in here? Caroline!
My client has hired me to show you this photograph.
I don't understand.
My client has asked me to ensure it's the last thing you ever see. Please, look at the photograph, Mr. Clarence.
Oh. Please.
We got an intruder scoop. Some motherfucker busted in on Jay-Z's watch. You know.
Yeah. Rick Henderson, first edition?
He's expecting you. This way.
Rick Henderson. I've been looking forward to this.
As have I, Mr. Alexander.
Don't let's stand on ceremony. Call me Jack.
Rick.
Make yourself comfortable, Rick. I'll be right with you. I admire your work. Real journalism.
Thanks. I thought we'd start with your thoughts on the White House attack, then discuss your tenure as director of the FBI, post-retirement reflections, whatever, and...
Rick.
Or if you want to sound off on politics...
Rick, my apologies. This interview about me is just a cover for a more sensitive story. I'm sorry to have lured you here under false pretenses, but I couldn't risk a leak.
I'm not sure I understand.
Don't worry. It's the scoop of the century.
If I had a dime for every time I heard that...
Listen, please. It begins with a little incident at a vineyard in Chile that caught my eye some time ago. This was a family business. Fernando Delgado and his son Manuel. Well-liked, hard-working men. Have a look at the folder.
Hello, 47. Your next target's in Chile. His name is Fernando Delgado. Used to be a colonel in Pinochet's intelligence service. Now he's running a cocaine factory under cover of a vineyard. Satellite imaging suggests the lab is underground.
Este vino es como la sangre de nuestro pueblo.
La estrella de cine norteamericano Rex Stanton se presentará en la finca Viñedo de Delgado e Hijo en Santa Rosa. Se esperan miles de aficionados para disfrutar de la comida gratis. La estrella de cine norteamericano Rex Stanton se presentará en la finca Viñeda de Delgado e Hijo en Santa Rosa. Se esperan miles de aficionados para disfrutar del vino y de la comida gratis, más la posibilidad de encontrarse con el héroe musculoso de Motor City Massacre. Santa Rosa. Se esperan miles de aficionados para disfrutar del vino y de la comida gratis, más la posibilidad de encontrarse con el héroe musculoso de Motor City Massacre. La estrella de cine norteamericano Rex Stanton se Santa Rosa. Se esperan miles de aficionados para disfrutar del vino y de la comida gratis, más la posibilidad de encontrarse con el héroe musculoso de Motor City Massacre. La estrella de cine norteamericano Rex Stanton se presentará en la finca Viñeda de Delgado e Hijo en Santa Rosa. Se esperan miles de aficionados para disfrutar del vino y de la comida gratis, más la posibilidad de encontrarse con el héroe musculoso de Motor City Massacre. Se presentará en la finca Viñeda de Santa Rosa. Se esperan miles de aficionados para disfrutar de la comida gratis y la posibilidad de encontrarse con el héroe misterioso de Motor City Massacre.
The scoop of the century is a couple of wine guys getting whacked in Chile?
It wasn't the victims that caught my eye. It was their killer. I believed it was Mr. 47.
The bald killer clone? Come on, Jack. He's an urban legend. Even the CIA and your own FBI say he doesn't exist.
We say a lot of things, Rick. It's part of the job. Delgado was a very successful man. Successful men in that part of the world tend to be, well, call it security conscious. Not many people could have done this thing solo.
So you went running after a myth?
Myth? No. It merely caught my attention. One of my CIA friends was also intrigued. The opera incident heightened our curiosity. Have a look.
47. We've got some business at the Paris Opera. There are two targets, the famous tenor and Richard Delahunt, the American ambassador to the Vatican. Our client claims they're behind a prostitution ring trafficking in boys and girls from Eastern Europe. Tosca is still in rehearsal, so there's plenty of activity at the Opera House and you shouldn't be too conspicuous. Ambassador Delahunt watches most rehearsals from his box. He travels with an armed escort, but there shouldn't be any other security to speak of. You'll get some cover from the construction crews renovating the theater for the new season. We've also left you a pickup in the cloakroom. In the third act of Tosca, the tenor faces a firing squad. That scene may...
Here is your jacket, sir. Don't you want the jacket, sir?
No, just needed something from one of the pockets. I'll pick it up later.
Le journal télévisé américain rapporte que le vice-président
di nova speme l'anima freme in celestia crescente ardor. Sono pronto. Vieni a mente. Al primo colpo giù. Devi alzarti innanzi ch'io ti chiami. No, amore. Mi codi bene. Come la Tosca in teatro. Non ridere. Così.
Putain d'installation électrique d'avant-guerre.
Una commedia, lo so.
leggono ancora una commedia, lo so, ma questa angoscia eterna appare. Ecco, restare gli occhi. Come vive il mio Mario? Muori! Ecco un artista!
Monsieur Dalvad, vous pouvez vous relever maintenant? Monsieur Dalvad, tout va bien?
You think that was 47 too?
We knew it was. We were so confident we set up an international task force to hunt him down and destroy him.
Even assuming this guy exists, he's still just an assassin. What's the big deal?
The big deal? He's the perfect clone. His DNA is a how-to manual for any cloning lab in the world. With Mr. 47 in their clutches, there'd be nothing to stop a rogue state from building an entire platoon of 47s. A whole army.
These public statements you've been making against cloning, is this what it's all about?
Of course.
But surely you can't oppose all the uses of cloning. The medical advances, the possible curing of...
Medicine won't do us much good if we're all the slaves of some clone army dictatorship, will it?
Off the record, Jack. You're not serious.
You have no idea how serious. That's why we had to eliminate 47. Having him on the loose was just too dangerous.
Why not go after whoever created him?
Oh, we did. But whenever we got too close, our agents got killed.
By 47?
See for yourself.
$11:45.
I'm sorry we have to meet like this.
It's dangerous to meet in person. You're normally more prudent. What's going on?
Looks like we've got a mole at the agency. Here's your briefing.
Thanks. I'll read it later.
How's that wound healing?
Fine. Are we done here?
One thing. We haven't been able to get a positive ID on the target. There's a government agent in there already, though we think he knows. The price for his knowledge is getting him out alive.
And that raises my price.
Already factored in. Take this.
Designer poisons?
The clinic only lets clients out when they're fully recovered or dead. The injection puts its victim into a hibernatory state. Apply the antidote on the lips to revive them.
What if this agent's already dead?
I trust you, 47. The money's been transferred to your account. It's good to have you back, 47. I'm glad to hear you're fully recovered. Your next assignment's in Northern California. 3 mobsters have been checked into a rehab clinic for alcoholics. One of them plans to turn state's witness as soon as he's discharged. Our client wants to avoid that, but we don't know which of the 3 is the target. An undercover agent placed at the clinic to find out hasn't been heard from in a few days. The clinic will only discharge patients if they're sober or dead. The agent who's in there is apparently being kept drunk for unknown reasons, so you'll have to kill him to get him out, but we need him alive.
No trespassing, fella. Get out of here.
You. I should have known.
Sedating me. Psychotropics. The things they've done. Figures. They'd send you to clean up my mess. This is the guy. Here.
I'm getting you out of here.
They'll never let me out alive.
I know.
Ah!
Identity obtained. Executing rest of assignment.
Splendid, 47. It might interest you to know the following. A sudden shift in the delicate power balance of the New York families. 2 low-level contracts just came in. In addition to your primary target, 2 members of the same group are currently staying at the facility. Terminating either will result in a $50,000 bonus per head. It's entirely up to you.
Understood.
Getting a clearer picture?
You had an agent on the inside, and 47 killed him?
We've got it on videotape. The incident put us back on 47's tail, which eventually led to his destruction.
You actually caught him?
We didn't just catch your urban legend. We killed him.
I assume you can prove this.
I intend to give you incontrovertible evidence.
But how?
There was a big player for the mob in a certain witness protection program. He was protected 24/7 by some of the most dedicated professionals we had. 47 came for him anyway.
And you killed him?
Bring out the car.
Wait a second, Jack. Come on. You can't just leave me hanging.
Bring the folder. We'll talk on the way.
The way where?
To your proof.
We're sending you down to the other end of the state, 47. The target's a gangster by the name of Vinny Sinistra. He's in a witness protection program pending a court appearance later this month. Our client wants to be sure Sinistra doesn't make it to the witness box. Sinistra's also got some hard evidence that can't be allowed to see the light of day. Our client thinks it may be on a bit of microfilm. Ensure that you retrieve it. Sinistra is extremely...
me go! Let me go!
Outsourcing secure.
So you didn't get it?
It was quite a blow. That witness possessed information about the Ortmeyer files, or their location.
Ortmeyer files?
Dr. Ortmeyer ran an underground cloning lab in Romania. We raided it as soon as we learned about it, but someone beat us to it. They'd ransacked the place, grabbed all the files, and killed everyone that worked there, even Ortmeyer. But that was the least of our concerns.
What do you mean?
We did find some papers later. Enough to prove that Dr. Ortmeyer created Mr. 47. No one else has successfully created a Class 1 human clone. Dr. Ortmeyer literally wrote the book.
And somebody stole it.
Not just somebody. Where's the nurse?
Whoa.
Sorry. I don't like being dependent. Something as simple as lighting a damn cigar, it's just... I apologize. Could you...
Of course. So, who stole the research?
We found a surveillance tape. It clearly showed Mr. 47 killing the guards and snapping poor Dr. Ortmeyer's neck.
So 47 wanted to build his own clones?
More likely, he wanted to sell the research to the highest bidder. It lit a fire under everyone's asses. We threw everything we had at him. It's all there.
Hello, 47. The American Secretary of the Interior is being targeted for assassination at today's Mardi Gras parade. We're not sure who's behind the hit, but our client wants you to prevent it by taking out the would-be assassins. There are 3. The leader is Mark Pariah Jr., his associates are Raymond Kolinsky and Angelina Mason. Kolinsky is a former world-class biathlete.
Goddamn, Billy Jack, I didn't expect to see you.
Oh, yeah. Got me a whole new line of work.
How's that working out for you?
Money's great, but the hours are kind of weird.
I heard that. Can't remember last time I seen the sun.
Suppose we all gotta make some kind of choices in life.
I suppose we do.
This is one of the most important elections of our lifetimes. I grew up in New Orleans. I was your congressman for 16 years, your senator for 12. I've been proud to serve the president as Secretary of the Interior for the past 4 years. And still, I tell you this, the most important vote I ever cast will be my vote to re-elect Tom Stewart this November 5th.
Nobody shoot!
There's the handoff.
Follow that briefcase, 47. It's the only lead we've got.
Well, goddamn, Billy Jack, I didn't expect to see you.
Oh, yeah. Got me a whole new line of work.
How's that working out for you?
Money's great, but the hours are kind of weird.
I heard that. Can't remember last time I seen the sun.
Suppose we all gotta make some kind of choices in life.
I suppose we do.
This is one of the most important elections of our lifetimes. I grew up in New Orleans. I was your congressman for 16 years, your senator for 12. I've been proud to serve the president as Secretary of the Interior for the past 4 years. And still, I tell you this, the most important vote I ever cast will be my vote to re-elect Tom Stewart this November 5th.
do anything stupid, pal.
What the hell? Attack! Well, goddamn, Billy Jack, I didn't expect to see you.
Oh, yeah. Got me a whole new line of work.
How's that working out for you?
Money's great, but the hours are kind of weird.
I heard that. Can't remember last time I seen the sun.
Suppose we all gotta make some kind of choices in life.
I suppose we do.
This is one of the most important elections of our lifetimes. I grew up in New Orleans. I was your congressman for 16 years, your senator for 12. I've been proud to serve the president as Secretary of the Interior for the past 4 years. And still, I tell you this, the most important vote I ever cast will be my vote to re-elect Tom Stewart this November 5th. In of scientific research.
No one has to get hurt here.
Right this way, partner. The boss man. Just go up left. Take them stairs up to the office.
At least you saved the secretary.
Yes, and we found and killed one of Mr. 47's accomplices.
He wasn't alone?
No. They communicated by radio. What bothered us was the autopsy of the second assassin. He was a Class 2 clone.
Class 2?
Fully functioning human clones, accelerated to adulthood. But they tend to die within 18 months of maturity.
Tell me, just how widespread is human cloning?
We can't know for sure, but I'm sure we'll see thousands within a few years.
Why?
Because of your jackalope president! He wants it legalized! Imagine that. The most insidious weapon the world has ever seen, and he wants to legalize it.
But the public...
The public is an ass! Cloning is the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. It's a terrorist's wet dream.
But most Americans still support cloning, and...
Hopefully, this interview will change a few minds. Maybe it'd help if they knew it was 47 that killed Chad Bingham's son.
What?
We even had our best agent on the spot. We were ready.
Good to hear your voice again, 47. We got worried when you didn't get back to us.
It was just a little thing requiring my attention.
We've got an extremely delicate mission for you, if you're interested.
Mm-hmm. Always interested. Just send me the briefing.
Hello, 47. Your next assignment's in the Rocky Mountains. Senator Bingham is being blackmailed by pornography tycoon Lorne de Havilland, who has a compromising video of the senator's son, Chad. The video shows Chad playing a little too rough with a nightclub dancer during a creative sexual tryst at one of de Havilland's adult nightclubs. The girl didn't survive the encounter. Senator Bingham's involved in a tight re-election campaign. The video could cost him the election. So could any future misbehavior by his son.